Hey, welcome to, I guess it's D.R. Harris Day on the Lather Games. This is the guy that's up next. I really like this Marlborough scent. The blade I'm going to use is one of my favorites, Gillette Silver Blue. You get really good results from it almost always. This one's been used twice. We're going to put it in my Gillette red tip. And I put a little bit of water on the soap puck. This has a hard soap puck in it. Really nice scent from them. The brush is a Frank Shaving Finest Badger. And I've had him soaking for a few minutes. And here's what the wrapper on the Silver Blue looks like. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of face splashing. I haven't used this soap in a long time. I've just had so many samples to try. This, as you can see, this particular Badger brush has gel tips. Alright, we're going to start loading at 150. I'm going to do 15 seconds and then take a look at it. So that's 10 seconds. Okay, I feel like I need a little bit more than that. So let's do, I think I've got enough moisture. I don't think I need to add any more of that. So let's do 30 seconds starting at the 20 right there. So we're going to stop at 50 seconds at 250. And that'll probably be enough. Probably be plenty, but since I haven't bothered to kind of mark down the time in previous shaves, we'll just kind of play it safe. Almost there. There we go. Kind of a 45-second load. This is not a scent, if you aren't familiar with it. It's not a smoking type scent. It's not named after the Marlborough cigarette type tobacco company thing. This is from England, so that's not their thing. So it's named for something else. All right, now we've got a Dollar Tree soup bowl. I'm going to go ahead and just put this in here. Let's just see what kind of early lather develops without really bringing much more water into this. I did not have a long water soak on this Badger brush either. So we've definitely got some kind of popping up. Okay, now I'm going to use my syringe to start adding water. Been a long time since I've used a D.R. Harris product. Now we've got a teaspoon of water in the mix. And it's starting to thicken up a little bit. can see how it's got that kind of ring around the top of the bowl where the firm lather is staying. And now we've got 2 teaspoons of water in. I like the hard soaps because they will last for decades for the most part, and so you don't feel like you're wasting your money. You know, they could be sold, they could be passed on to your kids. I like them. So this is the kind of lather we have right now. It's got a little bit of sheen to it. And we've got 3 teaspoons of water into the lather. Looks like it's getting pretty close to time to stop. Just going to make sure that it's all mixed up properly. We don't have any extra thick spots or extra thin spots. And I think that'll do. Big old wad. Look at the peaks. A little bit of flexibility. That seems to be about maybe right with this guy. You can still see some kind of bubbles. All right, good scent coming up. Well, I'm going to hit my face with some water again. So I shaved yesterday, but it was a little bit earlier, a little bit later than right now, and so this not quite 24 hours. Going back to the soap to lather bowl to get enough lather. This is a dense brush, but it doesn't really feel too wiry. Nice soft tips. Now we'll switch to painting. And there we go. Looks like maybe this one I need a little bit longer loading time. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of water on there. Load for a little bit more. There we go. A little bit creamier leather, I suspect now. So 45-second load time. Not quite long enough. Now, it could be because DR Harris is not as cold water tolerant, hard water tolerant, because that's what I've got. Got hard water. I am using cold water. It's whatever comes out of the cold tap. All right. The red tip here is the kind of the heaviest of the silver, the super speeds. People generally consider it to be the more aggressive. This is not have very much residual slickness at all. All right, I'm gonna rinse. Okay, get ready for that second pass here. This is also a big blooming lather brush, badger brush, and so you sometimes need to make a little extra lather for it. But when you switch to the painting, I find that you can kind of get it to release a lot of lather. This one feels good. Started out liking the red tip, and you see it's got the flare tip at the end there. But I think over time I've realized, as I've used other razors, that the balance is just a little farther away from the head than I prefer. And so I don't use it as much as I thought. The grip is terrific. I think it's just the balance. There we go. That was much better in terms of it's very comfortable right now. Yeah, still a little bit of slickness. I used Lasco yesterday, Los Angeles Shaving Soap Company, and it was much more drying, where you wouldn't really feel the slickness on your skin after you're done with the shave. All right, rinse this off. a partial rinse. All right. Third pass. Don't really need to do too much scrubbing, just painting. Looks like maybe I thinned this mix down a little bit too much, initially. So that's why going back to the puck was helpful. Oh, still a great scent though. Really enjoying that. How would I describe it? The scent strength, I'd say, is maybe a 4 out of 10, which is at the low end of where I like it. It's nice because it's around me as I'm working, as I'm shaving, and so it lets me enjoy it. And that's where I like to start. All right. Some people think of this as an aggressive razor, but relatively speaking, it's actually kind of mild. Because back then, all the super speeds were fairly on the mild side. And that's why they did so well for so many years. And still do well today. Because they're very comfortable. Just about anybody get a great shave with one. Very super comfortable, no irritation. And that's 3 passes. I'm gonna go ahead and do a neck pass after I rinse. I don't know if it's D.R. Harris Day or if it's England Day. I forgot to actually look, but I know that this soap is what I had slated for today. All right. Plenty of hairs kind of with tips showing still, so I usually do this kind of 3.5 pass type shave. Usually I have a little pass like this. I'm going to watch my pressure. Don't want to press in very hard at all. See that stuttering? It doesn't have a lot of slide. It's like it's a water type slickness. Probably still could use to add some more soap to it. A little too much water on the mix today. Oh, wow, yes. That's what it needed right there. Big difference now it's an average shave. Probably would have been better if I It's probably my fault for mixing the soap a little too thin. All right, but the brush was great. Really like the soap, love the scent. I'm going to pause you while I do final rinse and take a look at everything. So as I mentioned, as I was mixing up the lather, how I thought I better stop. Turns out I was right. I used 3 teaspoons of water for 45-second load time, because I did 15 and then 30. So I'd probably bump that up into like a minute 20 load time, and then not use quite as much water. Just start from there. But wonderful, comfortable shave, great scent. Very, very close shave. Really happy with it. Wow, about 90% baby butt smooth on my cheeks without going against the grain. My skin doesn't like on my neck. Does not like against the grain. Gets really irritated. So I just have to stick with cross grain passes there. Yeah, it's a good scent. I don't know, I don't necessarily think it's a cologne type scent. I mean, it probably is somewhere. They probably make a cologne for it, but it's just kind of it's very masculine. It seems like so much of a blend that I don't even know if I can pick out any notes. Yeah, that's really tough. There's got to be some woody stuff in there, maybe some musk. There's probably something in there to round it off a little bit, like maybe some type of really light floral, just to add some depth. But I don't like high florals, so not much of that in there. So it's a good one. So there we go. I think that's all I have to report for now. So I want to clean up, and I'll be back with other stuff. Well, with a name like Marlborough, I think I can safely say that a aftershave by Stetson seems kind of appropriate, at least in name. So let's do that. This has a little bit more than just alcohol and fragrance. It's got glycerin and aloe and some things like that. This is a cooling, so it probably has a little bit of menthol, which I'm not a big fan of. Yeah, it's a good scent. I'm not getting any stinging. Does that have... Well, I'm not really picking up any. I don't see any alcohol at the top of the list. Nice. Didn't know that. So I didn't get any stinging or anything like that. And this is the one that's available at Walmart. I just picked it up a month or 2 ago. So it's not any kind of nothing fancy. And I'm not really feeling, at least right now, any kind of any big menthol kick. So that's cool. All right. So I just finished dropping this on the towel, just to kind of help it to speed the dry out process, because this is a big dense knot. And this is the only time when it's going to be kind of soft like this, because since these are gel tips, they dry and they end up to like the nasty side of the Velcro. They'll get all hooked and they grab on everything. And that's a good scent to have on your brush too. I like that. So yeah, here's the bowl of Marlborough. Pretty new. I'll definitely try to mix that a little thicker next time and see if we can't get a creamier lather. So desert island question, how would I feel about being stuck with this gear? supply of it for 20 years on the island. Just fine. Great brush. Wonderful smelling soap. Masculine. Good performer. Obviously, I would learn to mix it a little better to get some creaminess and cushion. But razor, just terrific. No irritation. No redness at all. Nice close shave with no redness. That's good. So it's a pretty good match with this blade and this razor. So happy camper. I'm tired though. Time to go to bed. I can't think of any other footnotes. So I think we're good. Hopefully there was something in here for you that helped you. Take care. Have a good night.